What up? Jmo here. Let's build a PC for under 150 bucks, and then let's game on it. Okay, so we aren't so much building a PC as we are modifying a pre-built machine on a budget. I went on good old eBay and found a nice Dell Optiplex 780 desktop with Windows 10 installed for less than 60 bucks shipped to my door. First thing you do with any eBay or secondhand purchase, make sure it's all there and everything is connected so we can plug it in and verify it works. You don't want to go cleaning it all up before you know it functions. Once it works, yeah, sanitize. The other parts required to make this work are an Asus GTX 650E that I grabbed for 45 bucks shipped, and a PCI-E extension cable from Thermaltake. You can use whatever PCI-E extender or breakout board you want, but I trust this shielded one. The trick here is mounting it inside this little office PC. The Optiplex desktop has a removable tray that I've decided to use for this, and it should just take a little bit of cutting and some ingenuity. We need to remove the fan shroud and the I/O shield from this quite dirty GTX, so we can shove it in the system and verify it works. Once we know it works, we can set it where it's going to live, mark where we need to cut, and screw it into place. The GTX 650E is special because it's a single slot card, it's short enough to fit where I want it, and it draws all of its power from the PCI-E slot. That means I don't have to mess with the goofy proprietary power supply in this small form factor case. This setup works really well because the tray makes installation and removal a breeze. We do still need to modify the fan shroud to fit, but this is all just a dry fit up. Snap the PCIe extension into place, tuck it under the graphics card, and connect the GPU. Once we know it all fits, we need to pull everything out, hit it with some paint, clean all the components, apply new thermal paste, and then put it all back together. I chose to invert the colors of the Dell case, so silver on the outside and some black and calculated overspray on the inside. Reassembly isn't difficult. If you took it apart, you can get it back together. If you can't get it back together, well, beat it to fit, paint it to match. I chose an Optiplex because it's a ubiquitous system, it's hit all-time lows for pricing, and it comes with an Intel E8400 Core 2 Duo. I can't think of a better bang for the buck when this shows up at my front door with Windows 10 ready to run. My 780 has a 3 GHz CPU and 4 gigs of DDR2 RAM. Now I'm not saying it's a replacement for a $1,000 build, but this will get you into the party without breaking the bank. Thermal dab? I added a brace for the graphics card to the mount for the CPU heatsink. This is just a few quick holes and some standoffs stacked on one another. After reinstalling the newly modified graphics card, I think it's too pretty to hide, so we need to add a tactical PC Master Race window in the side. Then let's wire up some l.e.d.s and show off all our FPS. I had some LED strips sitting around and some 2-pin connectors, so I soldered them together for easy removal and maintenance, and stuck the strip to a sliver of sign board. This will let me put them wherever I want and aim the diodes the direction I want. Heat shrink is your friend. Heat shrink everything. Since there's an extra plug off the power supply, I soldered the other end of the 2-pin connector there, added some heat shrink, and voila, 10 more horsepower. If you are going to solder wires, don't melt the solder onto the iron and transfer it to the wire. I see that so much and it's wrong. Heat the wire until it sucks the solder into it. This is a way stronger connection and it allows the flux core to do its job. Let's plug the LED strip in and test it. You can buy a plug-in strip of LEDs, I just had these sitting around and I like to make stuff. A little more heat shrink never hurt anyone, and it helps the 50/50 LEDs fit in with their surroundings. I added Duraplex to the window with 5-minute epoxy, and hit the side panel with some ultimate gloss white. Transformation complete. Now to prove it works and stays nice and cool. Here's a bit of Minecraft gameplay. Minecraft is actually a lot harder to run than you'd think, and with this setup, it runs an average of about 58 frames per second. And yes, it will run Crysis. Well, I'd say that's mission success. This would be perfect for a college student on a budget, or even a parent building a gaming rig for their child. If you watched this far, thanks for taking the time. If you liked it, leave a like. I'll see you next time.